So I got a Corvette. This isn't it, but this is a 1989, obviously a C4. The only year they had these wheels, pretty cool. Anyway, this car here is at Klemme Motorsports in Davenport, Iowa. These guys usually get in some pretty decent cars, and it's always a treat when you can get in here and get to looking at some of them. Anyway, I just happened to see this one as I was driving by, and I figured I'd come in here and check it out. It's got like 30-some thousand miles on it. I mean, it's not like crazy super low for what it is, and these cars aren't usually very high mileage cars anyway as it is. But you know, you come over here, the things that really count on things like this is the weather stripping, right? You want to make sure you know you're weather stripping. I'm big on that stuff. You know, you buy something like this and you want to enjoy it, and you know, you don't really want to put too much money into it, because you know, frankly, you know, by the time you get done restoring something like this, it's not gonna give you too much of a return. But if you get a nice one, they're not insanely priced, and they don't have the price worked out on this just yet, but from what they were telling me, it's going to be more than reasonably priced. So anyway, everything seems to be there for it. Let me just kind of show you around it. Look how nice. Hey, did you hear how nice that door opened? Good grief. One owner car, actually. Now, I like red interiors. I like red interiors. I like the torch red interior, but I like the darker red because it doesn't really like blast your eyes out, you know, especially if you have a red car. Anyway, carpet's in really nice shape. I mean, it's not too bad. I'll run the VIN tag there, or not the VIN tag, but the RPO sticker and see what it's got. But yeah, listen to this. Yeah, it doesn't have a bunch of clunks. It's really in good shape. And check this out. Now, obviously, it's a Midwest car, so I mean, it hasn't been driven and beaten. A little different than mine. L98, what up? Now, just kind of looking around it. It's in really good shape. You can tell that it's been serviced over the years. I mean, it's not like as clean as I like to have my engine bays, but you know what? It's in really good shape for what it is. I always like the engineering on these old cars. Car this old, air conditioner looks really good. It's warm, you know, obviously they had it running just not long ago. From my understanding, it just showed up, so yeah. I mean, there's not much I can really say about this car. I mean, the weather stripping's in great condition there. I mean, it's got a little bit of a nick there, but more than manageable. Really good looking car. Heck yeah. Gorgeous car.
Then I got back and I got down to 700 shooting like 50 feet or so.
This 1989 Corvette was one of 26,412 produced in the year. Out of that, 5,426 of them were white. This one did come as an automatic. It did not appear to be a Z51 package, but it did have a premium package sort of looking wheel. Well, in 1989, this was the only wheel style you could get unless you got a Callaway, and that's a different pony altogether. 88 did have this wheel, but that was not the base model wheel. So just kind of throwing that out there. That way you guys are understanding. You know, I did mention that previously. I just wanted to clarify. Anyway, so it was purchased new in Iowa City, and there it stayed until April of 2024. They had yet to get the engine light sorted out, so as I'm taking it for a drive, I do pan across the dash, and it does have an engine light, but don't worry, they did fix that before they ended up selling it. There was another issue too, but I don't quite remember what it was. Anyway, when I was looking at it, I took some videos, and they insisted that I take it for a drive. They had just brought this thing from Iowa. The L98 driving this car came in at just 245 horsepower. The automatic transmission, you know, for what it is, it makes for a good cruiser, and it has that GM automatic 80s feel that only a rear-wheel drive car from GM can give you. It's like listening to a mixtape that you recorded off the radio when you were 16 back in the 90s. As is the case for many of these cars, even though it was optioned with two tops, only one top was present. There was a story behind the other top, I don't really remember, but regardless, that top does not exist anymore. The stock exhaust had a decent amount of drone, and as you can hear, I turned the audio down a bit, but as you can hear, there's a bit of a weird drone, you know, that comes through the microphone on the phone. I wasn't ready to do a driving video, so I didn't have a very good mic on that. But, you know, driving around, it didn't really have any unusual non-Corvette sounds that would come from the exhaust. It was very tolerable, and, you know, it was just standard small block 350 drone that you would hear in any Corvette with. So overall, this is a fine example of what you will generally find with a used C4. I would say that most of these have rather low miles for what, you know, a normal person would expect. And when they do come up for sale, they usually only do so because kids don't want to deal with them, and they just want to get rid of their parents' investment car. Now, I want to believe this car is out there right now being enjoyed and driven, and I really hope it is. And if you are the owner of this car, let me know how she's doing. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, feel free to give me a holler in the comments section. Don't bother Klemme about this car because they have long since sold the car, and it's off on its next adventure. I just didn't have time to put a video together, and they weren't ready to sell it at the time that I did this, and they never let me know when they had everything ready, so they had sold it before I was able to make a video. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button if you like the video. If you don't like it, let me know in the comment section. Maybe some things I can improve on. It's kind of an impromptu test drive video. I was not ready for it because, honestly, I really wasn't trying to take the car for a test drive. I just wanted to do a little bit of a walk around video like I had been doing on the channel with other cars. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for this video. Until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking the video, thanks for sharing them with your friends and family. Thank you, guys. Have a great one. I'll catch you in the next video.